I'm a 27-year-old woman, the eldest child of a middle-class family that's always prided itself on being traditional and close-knit. My parents run a small business, a cozy bakery they've owned for over 20 years, and we've always lived in a modest but fully paid-off house in a quiet suburb. Growing up, I knew we weren't rich, but my parents always emphasized the importance of hard work and family loyalty. I believed that until recently I could count on my family no matter what. But as it turns out, loyalty seems to have limits. When my grandfather passed away about 5 years ago, he left me a trust fund. It's not win the lottery money, but it's substantial, enough to change someone's life if managed wisely. The catch is that I can only access it when I turn 30, unless it's for specific purposes like buying my first home or pursuing further education. I've always been practical, so I've been patiently waiting until I can use it to either purchase a small apartment in the city or start a business of my own. It's been something I've looked forward to, a safety net and an opportunity to build something for myself. My brother Tyler is 25 and recently got engaged to Lauren, a 26-year-old woman who comes from a wealthier background. Lauren is the kind of person who lights up a room with her confidence and charm, but I've noticed she has a way of pushing boundaries that makes people either adore her or tiptoe around her. I was cautiously optimistic about her joining the family, until recently. It started at a family dinner a couple of months ago. Lauren, in her usual polished and bubbly way, brought up my inheritance. It wasn't subtle. She mentioned how lucky I was to have something so significant waiting for me and asked what I planned to do with it. I explained my ideas, a small apartment, or possibly starting a business. I kept it vague because, honestly, it felt strange to talk about my finances so openly. Lauren smiled and said, almost jokingly, that it would be so helpful if I used the money to support her and Tyler's upcoming wedding or maybe help them with their future plans. Tyler laughed it off, but there was this awkward moment where Lauren just stared at me, as if waiting for me to agree. I didn't. My parents jumped in, saying it was my money and my decision, but Lauren kept going, suggesting that family money should benefit the whole family. I brushed it off at the time, but something about her tone didn't sit right with me. Over the next few weeks, Lauren's comments became more direct. She started pulling me aside during family gatherings, asking me to reconsider how I planned to use the trust fund. She suggested it would be much better spent helping her and Tyler buy their dream home. She even framed it as a way for me to invest in the family's future. At first, I politely told her no, explaining that the trust had specific conditions and that I had my own plans. But she didn't seem to take the hint. Tyler, to his credit, apologized on her behalf a couple of times. But then he started saying things like, I get where she's coming from, or you're in a great position to help. It wasn't outright pressure, but it was enough to make me uncomfortable. What really surprised me, though, was how my parents reacted when I brought it up. Instead of shutting the whole thing down, they seemed hesitant. My mom even said something about how Lauren just wants to feel like part of the family and how Tyler had always been the one who struggled more financially. That's when it hit me. This wasn't going to go away quietly. The final straw came when Lauren cornered me during a casual weekend lunch, just the two of us. She outright asked me to consider gifting them a portion of the inheritance as a wedding present. When I said no, firmly this time, she accused me of being selfish. She said I was hoarding money that could make a real difference for Tyler and their future. I was so stunned I didn't even know how to respond. Tyler later called to apologize, but it felt more like damage control than genuine remorse. He mentioned that Lauren didn't mean to come off so strong, but she had a point. Now, I can't shake the feeling that this is only the beginning. My parents' sudden sympathy for Lauren's point of view has thrown me off balance. I can't tell if they're trying to keep the peace, or if they genuinely agree with her. Either way,